CNH stands for value, quality, and reliability. That's true for every new product that comes off the assembly line and for every remanufactured product that carries the CNH name, including turbochargers. These remanufactured products aren't just repaired or rebuilt. They undergo an extensive process that ensures they comply with the exact original equipment specifications. The only way to understand just how thorough this process is to watch it in action at our Springfield, Missouri remanufacturing facility. The first step in turbocharger remanufacturing is this teardown area. Turbocharger units are disassembled and parts that are not reusable are thrown out. The old units are completely disassembled with housings and interior parts separated. Wear items, such as bearings and gaskets, are all thrown out, replaced with new ones. This teardown process is a competitive advantage because no other remanufacturer gets down to the level we do, going through the complete housing and even evaluating threads. For the parts that are kept, a thorough cleaning is conducted. The cast side of the turbocharger housing undergoes a shot blasting process that removes dirt, grime, and oil. The aluminum side is cleaned separately. That cast side of the housing takes heat of up to 1,200 degrees, so hand detailing is also done to remove carbon, rust, and pitting. Component parts also get a thorough cleaning in this soda blasting machine. Soda is an effective non-abrasive cleansing agent. That's important for turbos that run at 20,000 to 40,000 RPM. Any abrasive metal or debris could ruin the part. High-pressure soda cleans very well, captures oil and dirt, and once it's washed, the soda dissolves and has no effect on the turbo. It's a very labor-intensive process, but important. A perfect assembly with a dirty part would still cause problems. Parts then go to inspection stations to determine if they can still be used. Diameters on shafts are measured, and if necessary, ground to OEM specs. Those parts that can't pass inspection are thrown out. Parts then get a final cleaning, some in an ultrasonic machine, others in baths and other washers. This machine is called a tally round. It provides sophisticated measurements of center housings to ensure they match the original blueprints. Calibration of the machine is checked every day, and like most of the machines in this factory, twice a year an outside company comes in to thoroughly inspect the calibration standards. Turbochargers must be perfectly balanced to operate properly, which is why component balancing is so important in our process. For turbine shafts, the balancer uses air to turn them at high speeds, 2,500 to 4,500 RPM. The computer screen readout shows the angle and how much to remove to restore complete balance. Similarly, the compressor wheel balancer runs on air and will show out-of-balance conditions and where any corrections need to be made. One of the biggest wear items on a turbocharger is the shaft area. When our careful inspection shows a shaft is worn, it goes to this CNC outer diameter grinder to restore the exact original equipment clearances. Sophisticated probes with ruby tips ensure accurate readings. Restoring salvaged parts to original specs is a fundamental part of the reman process. This CNC machine can be programmed to match whatever specs are necessary. Instead of just cutting a hole to size, the machine can interpolate, that is, work around the hole to give a smoother finish and determine exactly the size needed. It can create sleeving around the bearing housing to accept the bearings. Once all the salvaged parts have been cleaned, inspected, ground, balanced, recalibrated, and re-inspected, it's time for reassembly. Even in this phase, there are continuing radial measurements to ensure the shaft and turbine fit together perfectly. The same torque and evaluations are completed here as would be done at a new assembly plant. One more balancing test is done with a cartridge balancer, and you won't find this at any other remanufacturers. It's one thing to have a balanced compressor wheel and a balanced compressor shaft, but that doesn't mean they will remain balanced when put in a cartridge. This machine does just that. Its high volume of air turns the unit at 45,000 RPM to replicate running in the field and indicates if any adjustments have to be made. Following that test, all that's left is final assembly, where the pressure housing is put on the cartridge. The newly remanufactured unit gets one more inspection and the inspection sheet is signed. Finally, it's packaged and ready for shipment. Remanufactured turbochargers are a value alternative that is far superior to repairing or rebuilding. But as we've seen, not all remanufacturing is the same. CNH remanufactured turbochargers meet exact OEM specifications as a result of rigorous testing, inspection, highly sophisticated equipment, and an obsession with quality control through every step of the process. Only CNH remanufactured turbochargers have the quality and dependability to be worthy of the CNH name.